Ooh, it's me. Get a different song this off the the title. Yeah, I went back and forth on what the title for the stream should be because I never know, but I felt that it was fitting circumstance because it's true. Uh, Although the title might change after it gets uploaded for as a VOD. So anyone watching this as a VOD later and the title is different, the old title was Danganronpa Hates Me. And that's true. The game does hate me. Hates me a lot. That's why I titled. But I always change the title like after. Because by that point I've got more context on to actually what's gonna happen. Because I just kind of have to guess what the stream is gonna be like when I title it. I don't want to just call it Dang. Like no. Gotta boot up Walter Camp. Program is not open. But then we'll get immediately started. Okay, Walter is here. Do some tests with Walter. Works. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into the game. People will show up as they. Mic is cutting. That's not good. That might be due to computer. Let's give that a second and try to deal with that. My filter still? Football and Overwatch ruined my day. Danganronpa better save me. I don't know. It might just put you in more despair than you're already in. Depends how things go, right? Um, is Mike still cutting? Still cutting because I need to. If it is, I need to adjust my noise gate. That might be it. I'm not sure. Uh. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is cutting bad. Okay, that's really weird. How do I deal with that? Oh, what's okay? I just turned my noise gate off. I don't know if that's going to do anything regarding my mic cutting. I'm just going to talk for a few seconds and see if it actually does anything. Because I still got noise suppression. I have gain one to elevate my voice because for whatever reason, after one of the streams, my mic just was quieter, so I had to put gain to increase my volume. But and I have a noise suppression to try and get rid of the crunchiness, and I have a noise gate that's supposed to, I guess, act as if it detects noise, it'll just cut the mic. But that might just be making things worse. But I'm not seeing it cut as much now, but I don't know if that's because of disabling the noise gate or if that's just because my computer was being a little funny when I started the stream because streaming's kind of intensive on it. How do I sound though? Noise, just cut the mic. But that might just be making things worse, but I don't. I don't know. Did that? Okay, I need to know. Did turning that off change my mic quality at all? If it did, Uh, oh, I think I have the noise. I don't know which is doing more, the noise suppression or the noise gate to help with the mic audio. I don't know which is doing more of the heavy lifting. I will go ahead and hop in the game and we'll monitor how things go. Because it's about how it sounds in conjunction with the game. And I'm actually going to make a call and I'm going to lower the game audio lower than it has been. Danganronpa chose to launch on the left side of the screen this time. That's crazy. Decided to launch on my left monitor. That's not the right screen. Cannon says hi. Hi. I've turned down the game a little bit compared to where it was for the past few streams, because going back, I thought it was still a little too loud, but that might just be me. We can adjust things as necessary. I don't think this stream will be as long as the last one. Hell. So yeah, just give me updates on the mic. Whether, one, my audio sounds crunchy, so I need to do some adjusting with filters to make it sound good, or if it's cutting out, let me know. If things are all good right now, though, that let me know, because that's very helpful, because I'm going to be worrying about it all stream long. Oh man, you know, the intro to this game is only going to hurt more and more. Because as we go on, more characters die, and so every time I see them, I'm like, oh, they're gone. You know? It's only gonna hurt more and more. But here's the deal. Last time, we had a suspicious set of circumstances. And that was that I noticed this after I ended the stream, but both Hifumi and Taka were killed. But there was only one body discovery announcement, which leads me to believe that one of them is still alive. I think. So. Oh, Chihiro. I'm on the main menu. Okay. That's a bummer. You know? That's just a bummer. Time to continue. Oh. Hang on. I think you can maybe hear my keyboard clacking now because I got rid of the noise gate. Eh, it's slightly there. Hang on. I'm gonna put the noise gate back, and if my mic cuts again, then I'll turn it off. But it seems like it's doing... Let's work with that, and I'm gonna watch the thing on the side for a few seconds to see if it cuts my mic every so often. Because I have a feeling that it wasn't due to the noise gate. It was probably just due to, while I was talking, I was probably opening the program for Walter Cam, and so that was probably lagging up. No, it's cutting. That is 100% the noise gate. I'm gonna have to make it less sensitive. Okay, I hope that worked to help make it better. I gotta talk for a few minutes or seconds just to make sure that it's not cutting out during my regular talking. Because I normally elevate how I talk for streaming so that I sound more clear than my normal conversating voice. But sometimes I am just talking normally, and I don't want it to make me cut constantly while I'm doing that. Because I don't know, I went to look at some of the other streams, and I swear it was cutting my voice while I was, like, reading the dialogue a few times. But hopefully that did some work to make it better. So, I think the investigation has just begun, and now we have to deduce how both... Well, we have to deduce how Hifumi and Taka were killed and who killed them. Because we are... This is the weirdest case. Okay? Because the culprit is in a fucking robot costume. Toko is still here. I guess we should examine the blood. Taka's entire body has disappeared, leaving behind nothing but a bloodstain. Are we supposed to go to the dining hall or something? Another one of those hammers, and it looks like it's made of wood. It's even bigger than the others. Justice Hammer 4. Is this all the work of that suspicious individual? You gonna get up? When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood. I don't think we have to worry about anyone else dying, so I'll just leave her alone for now. I feel like, I don't remember last time, did it say we had to go to the dining hall? Guess I'll go ahead and head there. Alright. Nap time. They're in the art room. That's very interesting. I guess I go to visit them. I guess I'll go to the art room real quick. It's the rec room. Art room. No? Am I crazy? Am I losing my marbles? Oh, that's right. This weird fucking archway. The art room. Hi, you two. What are you thinking? Huh? Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? That's a wonderful question. You need to search for the bodies that disappeared. What happens after that? Factual. Wait, what? Huh? The door must be locked. Well, that's very strange, because it wasn't always locked. Are they in there? Huh. Yo, bust open the door.
Damn.
Either of you want to bust open the door for me?
Huh?
No? Okay. But they're like, that's really weird that that door is locked. Okay. That's suspicious as hell. I guess we should go conversate with our other classmates. Get their opinions. Oh, I guess we gotta search the whole damn floor. We're looking for the bodies right now. I'm not convinced we're gonna find them, though. There's the first Justice Hammer. Celeste. Was she really attacked with this Justice Hammer 1? But what the heck is with this thing? Looks like some kind of bottle, but what the heck is it? Probably just a decoration or something. No reason to really worry about it. I'm not spotting any bodies. Guess we're just going... Oh, hi? Makoto.
Come on.
Are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository. Well, I knew that, but the door was locked and I couldn't get in.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies are in the repository. Fascinating. We're gonna solve this damn mystery. Hey, what's up? Are the bodies here somewhere? Yes, they're in there. Up ahead is the repository. Doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. I have no choice but to go inside. Celeste video game, hit video game, available on countless systems, like 4. Celeste video game, climb the mountain Celeste? I opened the door. When I entered, I saw another. Well, two bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes were unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then, I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Well. And so here we are.
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting
Now,
for
make
you.
sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See
Not
ya
again.
later.
Sorry, but again. Okay, see you later.
Hmm.
I'm afraid we're going to have to go through this. Theory debunked. Well, now I gotta find a new way to cope. Well then, now we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful. Ina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this?
Damn.
Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. This was some world of make-believe that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. Goddamn. What the hell? This wasn't... What the hell?
He's alive again?
What?
Where am I?
He's alive?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming? Hifumi! Wake up!
My guy's alive?
That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak. Come on, you gotta wake up! I remember everything.
How?
Before I met you all.
What?
I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light.
No, do not.
It's reaching out to me.
Hifumi, no. Do not touch the light.
The tail of a comet. Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name.
He's just gonna say justice, whatever.
Yasu. Hiro.
Ah! 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 No. No, 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 it can't be my boy. It can't be my boy. He would never kill anybody. He's too innocent for that. Oh, man. You know, maybe he's lying. You know, maybe he's lying. He could have done it, and that's why he's alive. Yeah, you know, yeah, his eyes closed, and they never opened again. He's faking it. Death for the second time. He's faking it. Absolute undeniable death. I'm not so sure about that. I refuse. Plus, he's so good it brought him back from the dead for a short while. Shut up. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly,
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said, Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. Just cope already. Ah! Kill you. That's the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going so far as to hide their bodies? Criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. They killed 2 of our friends.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. Danganronpa Andy can't cope. Danganronpa Andy. Shut your mouth. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this. Make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Man. First I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiritaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
Something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. You're talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, 2 people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Fascinating.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
But basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It'd obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you didn't forget. No matter how much you might assist in a murder,
Phew.
only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
And we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. True blackened? Just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. What does he mean by finding the true blackened? That's very odd. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. She is probably out on her own figuring shit out. She probably already knows what's going on by now. And she's just like me, where she's like, wasn't a hero.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hero is responsible. For the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we consider a certain someone a suspect? Just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended. When did you get here? When did you... Been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Just like me, for real? What do you mean by that? Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack? Why do I gotta be a suspect? Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. You're right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
what are you saying?
Now that I think about it, what the fuck was Kyoko doing to find out Chihiro was a boy? Saw dead body and started touching the cocking ball. Yeah, I don't know what she was up to. I think she's got a problem. It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? Can't have them disappearing again.
So then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Oh, that's right, because Mondo ain't around anymore. Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
And that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi. Figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. That's what I'm saying. Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Alright, first things first, Taka's body, investigate. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma File, Taka died from a blow to the head. Found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. But you don't have one. You don't have a tarp. Bailey's now playing Dead by Daylight. Fumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. Oh my god, the guy just died and you're gonna be doing this? I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? In the nurse's office where he was discovered here. Repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. And all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? No good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean he wiped his glasses off? Who would do that? And why? Fumi's glasses have been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Checking the new battle pass. Okay, so that's very suspicious, and that's got me thinking that Hifumi holds some secrets. Because the killer had to use a tarp to move you, not you.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. Couldn't get inside. Are you happy Hifumi died? Even though Taka did also? I am happy about neither deaths. Look, Hifumi had some issues, right? He had some creeping issues. He probably wasn't that great of a guy. But, I still feel bad for the guy. Taka really hurts because it's like, man, he just had his arc where he started feeling inspired to be, like, alive again. And snuffed his flame right out again. It was locked. Yes, you know that, Makoto. We tried the door. We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. If that's true, then who locked it? Why is it unlocked now? Wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. Hifumi can rot. There might be some secret lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. That is very strange, because it was locked. Because I went straight here to check it out. And the door to here was locked. And I was like, that's strange. The bodies are probably in there. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Yes. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. We decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. Soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, and quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning, just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toka and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Damn. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. From there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. That brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things certainly have been very active. If you want to look back at this case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Okay, so that's... Okay, Hifumi, 1, not being dragged with a tarp, and 2, his glasses being cleaned, leads me to believe that when his body went missing, he did not get dragged. He himself got up and walked away. And also, Celeste was with us. Wait, I wasn't reading. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Ina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. The door is designed so that it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. In other words, Ina checked it. Someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left. That's why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. That certain someone. Repository door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So it only locks on the inside, which also makes me believe that Hifumi did it himself. But I'm suspicious of Celeste because she's the only person besides Hifumi who has seen this costumed individual. He was a sexual pest. That may be true. But yeah, I think, here's my current theory, and this is me coping because I don't want it to be hero. I think Celeste and Hifumi were accomplices. Because Hifumi is a simp. So he was like, he worked with Celeste because, you know, he's weird. Maybe. And, yeah. So it was all orchestrated, but I don't think he actually intended to die. Okay, we saw that. Yeah. Because, like, his glasses are clean now. Why would the killer clean them? They wouldn't. He did it. What do you have to say? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words,
And there was no room to suspect anyone else. About how you were so right last time. Shut up. Okay. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. You really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? No, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? He probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. That really there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people? What? Because all the rule says is if you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? I think it was Celeste. belief. Let's look around here a little more. There's more, huh? Let me hit that tab. Oh, the dolly. The dolly doesn't have a handle. Plus in the art room before. It's just using move statues around. Kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Look at the wheel. The blood stain on it. There's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Bliss has an alibi, though? I know. Repository dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, so the dolly was in the room where Taka's body was found, and now has a blood stain on it. That's particular? Was it used to move the bodies? Hey, wait a minute. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all and it's all wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer's been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Ah, so this is where they got the Justice Hammers from. They probably took hammers from here and painted them. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. Some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Anything in the lockers of note? Locker. Nothing too remarkable about it. Cool. I see them. It's a Venus statue. Seems like only you'd find it in an art room. I don't think there's anything important here. Alright. We're gonna have to go room to room. Guess we can head to the... This is not the way. Let's to the nurse's office. Equipment room, because that's where Taka was found. Closer. But, I don't know. Here's the thing. Taka's death hasn't raised any red flags to me yet. It looks like he was legitimately murdered. Ifumi's is weird, though. He was the first body to go missing as well. Wasn't he? Alright. Oh, hi, you. Look at the blood. Some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me, about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. That blood have come from... here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Equipment room bloodstains been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up on the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. The answer is no one moved it except himself. What is this? Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Just recently, too. Coinage? Well, yeah, that's the tarp that Taka's body was on. Anything else? Justice Hammer. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. What do you have to say, Genocide Jill? I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. You are not helpful. I guess we'll make our way to the nurse's office because that's where Hifumi died. Well, died, quote unquote. One, because of Sister's Limb, and two, he actually wasn't dead. He was still fucking alive when he went missing. Because fuck, we found him in the art room when he was alive again. But I think he died for real. Maybe he's faking it again. No telling. Something is just very much up with it, though. I'm really suspicious of the circumstances. I don't think Hero did it. One, because I'm coping and I don't want him to be the bad guy. I don't think he would kill them. But two, it's just, It just doesn't feel like that should be right. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When you got back, the body was gone? It could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. Then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? No!
Indeed.
It would seem so. Carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I don't know, man. It's a little suspicious. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Trash can. It's a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, something inside. Too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood. No, that's the character. Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there's a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
Cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. I think you do. Yeah, me either. Actually, I do. I think it might be important. It is. Because that's the pudgy princess, whatever her name is, that Hifumi likes. That motherfucker, while they were in the bathroom, wiped his glasses and left. That motherfucker did not die here. Glasses cleaning cloth with an added to the truth bullet section in your handbook. That is super weird. Fridge? Refrigerator. Wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Blood? Wait. Interesting. Interesting. How fascinating. How utterly fascinating. This is where you were. Been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, that makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Now he's onto something. I hate to say it because the motherfucker sucks. He's onto something. Yasuhiro's message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So he said to go to Hero's room, but waiting for me there. I think something very important. Very, very, very important. These circumstances are strange. Very, very strange. Room is heroes. Oh man, that's a bummer. I don't know which room this is. Here. The door is unlocked? Guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Hey. This is the hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. The camera is glitching. Camera on the left is glitching, that's fun. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Stop doing that. Stop it. Surveillance camera. No point in worrying about it right now. I need to just forget about it. No, it's doing the funny. Boxes. Look at those in a second. Normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. What's in the boxes? I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Oh shit. This Robo Justice? It's in Hero's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. That's not his handwriting. That is not his handwriting. He writes too nice. Game pointed that out when he gave us the note. Camera just does that, don't worry. Oh, okay. Robo Justice blueprints have been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I gotta ask everybody for their handwriting. Because that's not his handwriting. That was planted in his room. He's missing. He's somewhere. Okay, Hero has to be fucking somewhere. In the bathroom? I soundlessly checked the bathroom. Nothing in there. Pretty grungy, though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? It's not really anything. So, look. Makoto, big news, big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. Oh shit? I think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. See, they want me to think that he did it, but he didn't. This is all a trick. Ran up to the second floor as fast as I could. This is all a trick. There he is! Kyoko, and... You, man. I've had the worst day. Hero? Hero? Huh? Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? It's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Someone put him in the costume.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed to the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
There's something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, is that, but does she have an idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Well, I mean, I have no idea. One second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. Pains me just to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
What? Account was hacked. What, you're Dead by Daylight? What's happening? Oh. I didn't read your prior message. I feel like a doof. I did not read your previous message. I didn't see it. Just fucker. Bailey, get help. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. I would never say such a thing. Alright, alright. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero will be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly...
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. How did you know that?
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
And it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
Maybe a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean... Attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. Who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo-Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Fascinating.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
I don't think he did it.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
I mean, just because you can't fit doesn't mean nobody else can, right? In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see? It's because you're a girl. If there's another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Well, no, I'm shorter than him. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. No good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume is made to fit Hero's body exactly.
But...
Then, there's another costume. There must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? You're the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Someone like tell me. Robo-Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bold section of your handbook. That makes me wonder. I'm going into my evidence. That's the narrator. Not there. Robo-Bitch 3? Alright, first things first. Shut up, you. And we don't have the photo on us, do we? See, look, that's Yasuhiro's handwriting. That's someone else's. It wasn't him.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. Those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it, I know who did it.
So then,
May as well tell us then. Can't speak. You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means
right.
alter ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
You see, that's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate? They're trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so...
I know that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Oh. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. Could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Ah,
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Oh, they preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Ah,
Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? You're serious? Yasuhiro's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I believe him! Now then, shall we resume our investigation? No time to waste before the class trial begins. We need to keep investigating. We already know who did it.
what the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
But really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke and that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. You have the time to yell and carry on. You have time to search for your evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. Guess better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Kodo, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay,
shall we go?
thanks. Now then, shall we? Interesting.
Hey.
The Makoto. First, I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. Can't believe we're hearing that from a girl at the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry, before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I guess we head that way for now. It is this... It is... stairs? On the second floor, aren't we? Yeah. I do not know where the stairs are. They are not here. Am I blind? Yeah. Alright, up to the repository. Yeah, I still have a good feeling that Hero did not do it. He did not do it. It's like, come on now. He's been set up. That simple. I think he got set up by Celeste and Hifumi. Then Celeste went for the double kill. Hifumi and Taka. Or rather, Hifumi was like, yes, you can kill me, my queen. And I'll say it was Hero. We can pin it on him. Because he's an ass. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. He crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Movements were so smooth. It was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Taka was killed by a blow to the head. Must have been struck with Justice Hammer 4, which was laying on the floor in the equipment room. There's a tarp laid out under his body. The killer must have used it to move Taka's body. That way it wouldn't leave any bloodstains as it was moved.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? You did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? You dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then...
Take a look. It's broken. You see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words...
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
However...
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. Right, there's something white in there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? I'm a wimp, though! Okay. Much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
Hey.
Is that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. It's a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Yutaka's scrap of paper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. We have to look for a paper missing a bit. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Fumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
Stuffed in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It's just his pants. Unlike his socks or something. Don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. I think of how it was stuffed down his pants. It's like... Better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. Oh shit. I got ripped. Oh. Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. I'm in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. Found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Time is different. Hiro told us that his note they said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it had to have been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Some meaning? Part of it being ripped? Could you explain a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? How would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. Huh. The note Hifumi had has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. 2 victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. The handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected with the killings in the first place. You're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone on my way to mention it. All I said was they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where handbooks may play a role. Handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. If Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Well, yeah, you need to get into the pool, don't you? E-handbook is added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That's it? That's all we have?
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
That was not a long investigation. We don't have much, do we?
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing
Holy
with
shit, we do
living
not
death.
have much to go off of.
And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the
I did not
school.
think we were gonna have the trial so fast. Holy shit.
See you soon.
Ah, shit, man.
It would seem...
Unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Is it really that time again? Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Shit, man. We do not have much. We do not have much at all. We have very little. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there... What?
Monokuma appears!
Hello? Hello, hello. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks like that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Hey, can you guys tell? Which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey,
If everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. Man, that's not a lot of people. I'll see you guys down there. 2!
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
what the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it. We're serious.
Hmm.
That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? We did not find the other costume. If there is one. Well, no, but... How unfortunate. It would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
Isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
He's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. Right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. For the 2 that lost their lives. One who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed 2 of our friends. Killer is... someone right here. Man, we do not have many people here, and it's gonna be even one fewer after we're done. Anything to say, my boy? It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. you have to say.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. You're probably really mad at Hiro.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. About you. Were you listening? Hopefully we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. So I'll be over in no time.
Hey,
Story begins when we get down there. Anything you want to say, genocide, Jill? Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. We're friends. Hifumi was not friend. Be nice, he's passed away. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, doors closed on their own, and steel box began to move. Man, that's not a lot of people. Clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. So we settled all this. We couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. School life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Are you making us do such cruel things to each other? But what? You really hate me so much, but I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around to begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed first trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. So, the curtains opened once again. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, deadly faith. A deadly class trial. We will save. Man, we're missing a lot of people. Okay, I guess first of all, we should open our handbook and see our truth bullets. Let's read through this one more time and put our story together. Victims are Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. True, 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 true. I believe that. Blue tarp. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. Repository dolly. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room. Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered. Hifumi's glasses. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely clean. Spotless hammer. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet, and had apparently been recently washed. It's very fascinating. That means it had to have been bloody, right? Probably. You can set more than one skill, by the way. Your SP determines how many you can equip. Interesting. Repository door. The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the bodies were discovered, it had somehow been unlocked. Equipment room bloodstain. A little blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire check has been left behind in the blood. Glasses cleaning cloth. Cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It's branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. That is the pudgy princess character that Hifumi likes. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. Yes, his glasses. Celeste's account. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. Yasuhiro's message. This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meeting the dining hall is all it says. Handwriting is remarkably neat and clear. Robo Justice Blueprints. These are the blueprints for Robo Justice, which are found in Yasuhiro's room. Robo Justice costume. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, nobody wearing it would have been able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. It's weird that it specifies you can't bend at the waist. See their feet or bend at the waist. Remember, you're looking for contradictions. Yeah. Yasuhiro's account. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Broken wristwatch. Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke with the hand pointing just past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked. Which means it must have broken following the morning when he was attacked. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper. The note Hifumi had. Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Interesting. Equipment room 6 a.m. E-handbook. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. I believe that no handbooks were involved in the carrying out the murders this time. Alright, so here's my story. I think that this was a case with an accomplice. That accomplice was Hifumi. And I think the real culprit is Celeste. Here's what I think happened. Hifumi and Taka were fighting over Alter Ego. But you gotta remember that Hifumi has also been simping for Celeste. And she's aware of that. She's been utilizing him. So, I think that Celeste said, hey, let's go kill, let's kill Taka and pin it on Hiro. And so, Hifumi agrees. And so, what they do is they plan out and they make the costume. They make the Robo Justice costume. And I think that Hifumi made it. Because that piece of paper, I think he wrote it. And it's his handwriting, maybe. It's the same handwriting on the blueprints and is on the note. And I think he wrote it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what Celeste's handwriting looks like. But I'm just assuming. Celeste 2018 would never do that. It teaches you to love yourself. Shut up. But I think that she has involvement. Because her taking Aoi to the bathroom and then Hifumi's body being gone while they're out at the bathroom, that just feels really weird to me. And also, there's the thing about how did Hifumi's body get carried? Answer is it didn't. Now, there's also the other thing, is that nobody but Celeste ever saw Robo Justice. We have the picture she took, but I think that every time she pointed out, she was like, look, I saw Robo Justice, like on the stairs. Nobody else ever saw it. Celeste hit video game, climbed the mountain Celeste Mountain, Madeline main character from Celeste 2018, available on PC, Steam, and Epic Games, I think, PS4 and 5, I think, Switch, and maybe Xbox? Yeah. Because every time she was like, look, it's Robo Justice. No one else ever saw it, and I think it was a distraction to make us run up and down the building to give Hifumi time to do his business. That's what I think. Increases the time limit for each phase. Cool. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration. Give me. Focus gauge recovers more quickly. Give me. Cool. I think we're ready to go. I think I've solved the case. Maybe? There's still some parts I'm not sure about.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Like, I'm still not sure the circumstances to get the photo of Hifumi being, like, wrestled by, Robo Justice. That is strange.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
No, we don't.
Was that?
What was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and
And also, she is pushing that it's Hiro very, very, very hard. And also, She said, hey, he had the blueprints in his room. But it was just Byakuya that I think knew. Because Byakuya was like, hey, I found something. Go check out Hiro's room. I was like, okay. I think he said it. Was it Celeste that said it? I think it was Byakuya that said, hey, go check out his room. And I did. And I was like, huh, those are blueprints. I don't remember her ever checking it out unless she did it in her own time, but I don't think she did.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say.
Aoi's also pushing very hard though. Yeah, but I think that's currently because I think she actually liked Hifumi a little bit, and so she is very heartbroken and is just trying to grab whoever the first person she thinks did it was. But Celeste is more calculating, I think.
Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or anything else? We have to make that clear. Here we go. Make your argument. That's Hiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I missed something. I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. Remember right, Hiro's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
I hit the fucking thing!
The culprit.
Ah!
I don't know.
I just
anything
got
about that
pwned.
stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why?
No, just hold on a second.
I mean, look at the blueprints, the handwriting's awfully messy. Yeah, I messed it up, I know.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No.
Bada bing! Break.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
He didn't.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
You hit them with the silencer? I'm stupid, I forgot about that feature, but now I remember.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my
That's true.
handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
I am saying that.
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I don't know.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Of course, he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I don't fucking know. Suspicious individual. Question. You know? Why me? That costume's super big on me. No way I could walk around in that thing. You saw me trying to... Yeah, that's right. I think I embarrassed myself in front of everyone. My costume's definitely too big for Hina, I'm sure of it. Suspicious individual in the question, the one that would have been in the suit. It had to be Hiro then, right? The Illuminati is a fucking read.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
I thought the game was trying to trick me.
Obviously, he was
I mean,
the
it
one
was.
in that particular suit. And we never found any kind
Yeah,
of
we saw
second
Hino
suit.
couldn't fit in it. I don't know what I was thinking. I just was like, yeah, it was you. You did it. You're calling Hiro a bad man, and I hate you.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
But
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
true.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But before we get to that...
Also, part of my motivation for thinking it's Celeste is that she's a gambler, and I think she gambled all her fucking money away before getting in here, and so she's dirt poor now.
There's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
True.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
True.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
I agree.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
A tarp and dolly. Things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been dolly.
I got it!
Still, one more thing. Things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Yes. To the attitude.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yes.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yup. I
It
think.
was the same tarp that
This
up
is a
until
setup.
then was stored in the equipment room.
Mm-hmm.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
I'm weird. Hi. Hi, welcome. You're just in time for the trial.
That way, they wouldn't.
We're gonna
leave
make our
any
boy be
bloodstains while
clear
they were
and
moving.
innocent.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Uh-huh.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Uh-huh.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Yes.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Oh? Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment
She's trying to
room
gaslight
when
me.
you found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the
It was
equipment
originally in the art room, wasn't it? And then it was in the equipment room. And then it was back in the art room, wasn't it?
Is it not possible that it was in
But
the
she is
repository
gaslighting
all
me.
along? You simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
You! Oh, now I'm bitter.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on.
Ooh, now I'm mad. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. New elements adds at the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Okay. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and left mouse button buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck, and have fun. I'm gonna have to do one of these right now?
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
I'm out of tempo. Fuck. I'm out of tempo and it's over. Shit, what's the thing you can do? Ooh.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I saved myself. That was barely there. Holy shit, I fucked up so bad.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Oh my god, that was scary. I thought I was done
There
for.
was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly's
Yeah.
tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
I completely fell out of the tempo. And that fucked me over.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yup. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Ugh.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported,
They couldn't
it will
bend.
become immediately obvious.
Look at how the body was moved. It'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? It's because they couldn't bend down. They make sense now. With Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved
I can't
to the
fuck up. My health is super low from that last
Yeah,
event.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
True.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
I'll let it run.
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah. But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Can't.
No, that's wrong.
You can't bend over with it.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
And he couldn't have took it off to just move the thing because he couldn't even get it off him damn self.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Oh yeah. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Bend over?
It'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance the costume's taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? Didn't make the stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yes, so it wasn't him.
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Damn.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please.
Ah, come in to defend
Have
yourself.
you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all
It is
got a
odd.
good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
When was this taken? Where was the... That's the rec room, right? How did you...
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How do you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt. Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
I don't think so.
Still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides,
Mm-hmm.
there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
True.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
I am dead certain that,
Let's
that
review this
Hero did
series
not
of
do it.
unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
It absolutely was Celeste working with Hifumi. And Hifumi kind of got caught in the crossfire, didn't he? But, man. And they pinned it on Hero.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Yeah, that's still a big, like, missing piece, huh?
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Right.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
No.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
No. Disagree.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
Robo Justice.
It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Just don't buy
We
it.
were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
Oh. The echo is back? Fuck. Hang on. How the hell is it? How is it back? God damn it. Alright, is that gonna help it? Damn, my noise gate must have been weird. Because I changed it earlier to try and fix the mic cutting.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
How long was their echo? Damn it. What's wrong? Saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the third floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Yes. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
No way. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Fumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Right.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
Well, he wasn't dead, was he?
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Can't be happening. We hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for two missing dead bodies. And
Damn.
after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Yup.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Very, very, very complicated.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Interesting.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Make your argument. Monocle File 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Do we?
came last.
Really?
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I don't know what the contradiction was. I don't remember what the Monocle File said. Justice Hammers were numbered, but they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say
I
that?
think I missed it.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I feel like a fool. Come on, Mako, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. I think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction there somewhere. I'm a fool. I'm a buffoon. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill myself.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Yeah.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
I gotta re-see
Because of
all the
numbering of
yellow.
the Justice Hammers.
Tried that.
It's true
That was the
that
fuck up.
Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Only one other, is
While
it?
Taka's death
Yeah,
came from
okay.
a swing of Justice
I don't
Hammer
know if it's relevant, but remember you can absorb statements.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Ow. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that mechanic. Hammers were numbered, but are you using that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order.
What did the
they were
Monokuma file say? Have death reaches below the head is that they're killed with a similar weapon. That has nothing to do with it. We have to absorb.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
We're gonna have to absorb a statement.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
What is the... Hold on. What's the control for absorb? Absorb? Wait. What? How do you absorb a statement? How do you do it? Something? Do it. I forgot, honestly. Absorb a statement? Hold it. Okay.
See? So it's
Okay, yeah.
obvious Taka came after.
Order? Right, absorb the first thing.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
I don't know about that.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's
Ah!
true that Hifumi was
I
killed
didn't see that coming.
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Poo poo doo doo, poo poo doo doo.
So, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
I'm mad.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong. I forgot about the absorption.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
That's true.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order,
Mm-hmm.
but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yep.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves that Taka was killed before Hifumi. Something that relates to what time he must have died. His watch! Hangman's Gambit. They can be watch. Yeah. Looking for an eye. Wrist. S. Wrist. Ah. H. Wristwatch.
Now I understand. I got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Yeah.
See? Look.
It's
broke with the
broken.
hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
He was killed at like 6 a.m.
It must have gotten broken when he
But
was
we know that
attacked by the killer.
Fumi died later because we
Because
found
as
that
of
his
last
motherfucking
night-
body like later. Hey, you, how long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at the wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Exactly.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents.
Yeah, we
took
know what's
place.
happening. Danganronpa, it's so cool. I agree, and I'm winning.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those...
The Justice Hammers are alive.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
And make us look like fools.
When we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Yes.
Now, if Taka
Yes,
was killed
yes,
around
yes.
6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Exactly.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
So everybody's a suspect.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
True? Maybe? Never? I didn't think Danganronpa would be such a hit with you, I can't lie. I think it's very fun. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Fumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all
See, I feel
together,
satisfied when I figure things out.
except for Hiro and Kyoko.
I have to play Ace Attorney for real.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
True?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
Uh-huh.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
Right.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his
Yeah.
body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the
Well, yeah,
equipment
because he
room.
got up and walked.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
True.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In
I
other
believe that.
words, it is
I can't believe this
impossible
murderer
that
is going to be
any of
innocent
us
yet
could have
again.
killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Right. So what now,
So what now,
Kyoko?
Kyoko?
For
I think it's-
now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Right.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Well, I know. Could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? Seems so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
He got up. He walked. He walked.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Huh? Makoto, don't act like you didn't know, because I knew, and I'm you.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another...
You're solving the damn mystery.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
I get up.
He was alive?
Yeah, we knew he was alive. He fucking woke up when you cried on
Are
him.
you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Yes.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Ow. The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Really possible? Make your argument. Broken wristwatch. Okay. I have
Are
2
you
hearts. I
saying
can't
that
fuck
when
up.
we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
Mm-hmm.
it is impossible.
I disagree.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Yeah, how do you know that? How do you know?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found,
Okay.
and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Sure that the body discovery announcement was only made once. Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost the exact same time.
Are you saying that when
You're
we
gonna have to
first
absorb
found
again.
Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a... And you know that, surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh, I hope I don't fuck this up. I think it's in this order?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he...
No, Hifumi was dead,
And you know that how?
surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Mhm.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
That stupid! I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill her. She is dead.
The body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
No.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Uh-huh.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Yes.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
We've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
I think Monokuma has something to say about
What
that.
do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much
I'm
detail.
just feeling really smart right now. I'm feeling moderately intelligent.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking
First
if you're a
time.
lazy bum.
He did another one after Hifumi died for real in the repository. We didn't get another announcement when we found Taka's body. We got one when we found Hifumi in the repository because that motherfucker was dead for real that time.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again
Exactly,
later on?
exactly.
Later
Exactly.
Exactly.
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was when... Oh, man. Just after Hifumi Connect? You really sure about that? Remember. Mention it. You know, it came after Hifumi worked.
Shoot!
Friggin' bitch. Ah! I feel like Stoopy. First time I've nervous room. And both bodies were rediscovered. I feel
We
stupid
heard it a
now.
second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Yeah. Body's been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just part of it.
But here's the reason why I didn't pick that option. Is because he came back in the repository, so I'm like, okay, he wasn't dead yet. I misremembered.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Oh,
But
she's
honestly,
onto something.
I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events
The
surrounding
glasses.
the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Glasses. Make your argument. Hifumi's glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Right.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Right.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Right.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
False information.
No, that's wrong.
Fake news. False information. Propaganda.
In fact, there
Gaslighting.
was one clear difference between
Ow,
Hifumi and
fuck.
the nurse's office and the repository.
I have a cut on my wrist. I just bent my hand.
His
That hurt.
glasses.
His glasses, his
That
shades.
fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yep.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Right.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Yep, because he cleaned them.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning
Glasses
cloth
cleaning
featuring
cloth.
a certain cartoon mascot.
Pretty pudgy princess, whatever her name was.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
Uh-huh.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Yes.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character
Mm-hmm.
was Princess Piggles.
How do you remember that?
An angel pretty
I didn't
pudgy
remember.
princess, I think.
I just remember Pretty Pudgy Princess.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see.
I agree.
And the only
I
people
agree very
here
strongly.
who wear glasses are.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Exactly.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Okay.
Then there's no question. He belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
He got up after they went to the bathroom and he cleaned his glasses and ran the fuck away.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Uh-huh.
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead, Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yes, he does.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse,
Copious corpse.
becomes possible, wouldn't you
That's the
say?
nicest way anyone's put it so far. Man,
But then,
I'm onto something
he was just
finally.
pretending to be dead. What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, the motherfucker got it from the fridge.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains
Yeah.
packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
One who moved Aka's body was... Wait, what? I need you to run that statement by me one more time. I did not listen. Hifumi?
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Yeah,
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
But somehow it got
The
unlocked.
repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's
Why
body.
is the big question.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yep.
That means he took part in the murders.
Yup.
I just can't believe it.
And it was him, and it was Celeste. I know what's going
If
on.
you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece
It's
of
just gotta
evidence?
be.
There's more?
There's
Oh,
more.
Absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
That fucking note. Thing that Hifumi stole from Taka. Could it be? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. The note.
I got it!
Yeah.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
Y'all didn't know
That's right.
because I was
Found
doing
it stuffed
detective
in
work.
his pants.
What? In his pants?
Don't go crazy about it, okay?
Yes, his pants.
Don't say it like that.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. And take a look at what the note says.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Onokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Except
Wait, this one's a little different.
yours said like
My
1
note,
a.m.
it
or something.
said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yup.
See, then this note isn't the same one Hiro.
Uh-huh.
It's not the same?
Different
In other
one.
words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Objection. How dare you?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Your nicknames are great.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I don't think they like each other. And Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still. Can't let her get to me. I have evidence. Taka's scrap of paper. Broken wristwatch, Fumi's glasses, and glasses clean box. Those are all not what I thought it'd be about.
Huffy had the note, right?
Shut up.
The person it
Okay.
was intended for must have been happy.
Oh no.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter.
Broken wristwatch.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
No,
Time!
wrong.
Because he was there at 6, like the note said. I mean, there's also the fact that he has like scrap of paper.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Exactly.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
Oh yeah.
The equipment room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So,
Uh-huh.
Taka was
All
murdered
coming
with
together.
time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for
Threw out Taka to the equipment room. Murdered his ass, but made it look like it was after Hifumi's death.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections.
I don't like you.
Someone used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me.
Hi.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Big question.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Prove that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Taka had that little bit of it. Scrap of paper.
I got it!
Big
When I
wins!
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Oh yeah.
If I'm right
I'm
about
intelligent.
this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we
Exactly,
found
it's all
hidden
that
on
simple.
Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Make the connection.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
However,
leaving behind only one small scrap.
Yup.
Did I get all that right?
Yes, Sakura, thank you. You are my best
Hifumi
friend.
knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Why we take it back? Little people.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Right.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, he's dead for real.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly
Sand is now
and
playing Counter-Strike
completely
Global
dead.
Offensive.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Mm-hmm.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
And that's a big question. I do not know.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must
Still
have been
so
killed
much that
not
has to be-
long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
We also have to note that he was like, it's Hero. It was Hero. And it's like, no, it's not. Sakura Gaming? True. He was absolutely, there was an accomplice. Absolutely. A Celeste.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
Ooh.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Ooh.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Spit your facts, Hero.
And what might that be?
Shut up.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Alright.
The weapon?
Eppin.
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same. with
Well, it
them
must have
having
been a
similar
similar
fractures
show
and
as
all.
game.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Alright.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have
I
had
think
to
that Monokuma
grab
is
one
just
of the hammers,
sitting down over there.
kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of
However,
brain knocking around
I
that
don't think
skull
they
of
did,
yours
because there's a
after all.
washed hammer.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
There's that hammer that was on the wall that was spotless because it had just been washed. Whoever the killer is, they whacked Hifumi with it.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
Mm-hmm.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
Right.
So the question
Hero
is,
brain?
how could
Oh,
the
scary.
have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
They
Personally,
didn't.
I haven't a clue.
Didn't.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I think they did.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. It was that spotless hammer. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Oh yeah, let's go. I have so much proof. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
This.
Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
I don't know.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
I'm an idiot. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to stab you, your seriously adorable, serious face off. Okay, think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction there somewhere. I'm an idiot.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe
I don't think it's that
Justice
first
Hammer
one.
4?
I'm gonna sit through, actually look
Whatever
what they
it
say,
was, there's
because I always
one
fuck it up
thing
when I
we
try to
have
do it
figure
without
out.
doing what
How
everything
was
they
the
have to say.
culprit able to move around so freely
If I want to
with the
save
weapon?
time.
How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Wonderful question.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more
the hell?
info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Gotcha.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all.
No.
It was something completely different.
It was that spotless hammer.
Seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically,
Mhm.
a hammer from the repository. The killer could have
Now the only thing I haven't put together is that photo that with Hifumi getting dragged away.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
If that's the murder weapon, covered in blood probably.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got
Yes.
covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think
Exactly.
whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Right.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
They're made with the same size hammer.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer.
True killer.
The one Hifumi was
I am
working with.
convinced it is Celeste.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
That may be true.
So the idea
However,
anyone would work together
You're
like
stupid.
that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
we did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but you gotta remember that Hifumi is a simp. Spotless hammer. I'm gonna have
Based
to
on
look
the
something.
rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Maybe
Assuming
true.
the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
How about that?
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
What did I miss? You really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one, only the one who actually assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
That is how the rule.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
So now I'm gonna zoom forward because I have my bullet.
based on the rules that even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
BAM! That's wrong. I know exactly what happened. I don't.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
True.
What do you mean?
If there'd
Maybe.
only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward.
No, I get what she's saying.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
That may be true.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Yeah.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering
Taka. But Hifumi was a fool and didn't know that Celeste was the killer, I'm certain. Hifumi had no idea that Celeste's target was him.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Exactly.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Makes sense to me.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
I'm onto something.
Awful! How could anyone be so cruel?
I can't believe I'm actually like going somewhere with this.
I can't.
Because last case I was
admire and
wrong.
Still,
We couldn't
their
kill someone.
choice of accomplice
He got
seems
that dog in him.
odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Yoko must have noticed that back from the very beginning. Why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Yoko really is amazing. Although, think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then
He ain't got
who's
that
the
dog
one
in him.
pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yeah, who was manipulating my boy? True killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, consider all that, really only one person who seems to fit. Oh, I have to pick? Oh my god. You?
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now.
Uh-huh.
am I? I really do hate this
I'm just
kind of
goddamn dumb.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain fat, lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
That's not how you talk.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence. to support
What the fuck?
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that
They're the
two of
only
you were
two
working
who
together.
ever fucking saw Robo Justice till we found my boy Hero in the locker room. What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste have in common? Encountering the suspicious individual!
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
What
doesn't it?
babbling about?
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Oh?
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Yaku kind of kicking ass this trial, to be fair. I still hate him, though, because he's being an asshole, but he is onto something.
If we accept
We've
that
come to
Hifumi
the same
was one of
conclusion.
culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Yes.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something move around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Like that, huh?
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
She's like, come me, tells you a child. Celeste, what's wrong? He's an asshole. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. How many times have we flashed back to that? I saw him, strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so I headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Right. Scream was a signal. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies
Keep your
at
mouth
the
closed
same
when it comes to
time?
that guy. Yeah, he's a real dickhead, isn't he?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more... Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. We'll leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
It's all making sense.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was your way of telling him, we are on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
Yup. Certainly was not expecting this. I imagine that Hifumi be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything.
All an
The
act.
whole thing was one big act.
Where's the fucking 200 sub special? Okay, look here. Here's the deal. Is that my 200 sub special is going to be me petting my dog 3. But the problem with that is I'm going to make it a 10-minute video. I need to have 10 minutes uninterrupted to pet my dog. Those things are difficult, man. To have no interruptions and pet my dog for 10 minutes? That's more difficult than you think. Really not that hard, but I'll get to it, okay? Because here's the thing. I don't want to do it inside. Because that motherfucker sheds. If I'm petting him for 10 minutes, there's going to be fur everywhere. So I want to do it outside. But, you know how hot it was today?
Hina, you were with Celeste when he.
I'll wait till it's cooler outside where I can actually be out there for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Yup.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but
I was
start
dead
putting them
on,
together
pretty
and
much.
The picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
She still has the picture, but we gotta find it.
You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but
What did you catch, Bia?
looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
She's losing her composure.
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What did she say? You must really be enjoying this. During the set of us standing around frightened and confused. We're going to die here. We're gonna die just like those guys died. Oh shit, we hadn't found Taka yet. She said guys, plural.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't
We hadn't found Taka yet, had we?
Strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was
Wow, I
completely
didn't
out
even
of
catch
place.
that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Doctor said the Celeste comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? He said guys, plural. Two of them.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those guys died.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
What's wrong with me? I did it the wrong order, didn't I? Thanks for me to do the work for you. Figure out for yourself why your comments don't make sense. You think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I feel like a doofus.
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us.
Yeah.
We are going to die. Just and that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I got it. Besides him being a dick to you, Yaku is kicking ass though. That is true. He said that she only should have known about Hifumi's death. And what's so strange about what she said is...
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us stand. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Come on, say it. Say
We
it.
are going to die.
Just like those.
Yeah! That's wrong, Celeste. You said guys, plural.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
She shouldn't have known.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. There was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Right.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have
I skipped the
been dead
dialogue,
too.
my bad, I'm sorry.
You all have such vivid imaginations.
She's trying to gaslight again.
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
She's gaslighting
Then
us.
what about the picture I took?
The picture.
how do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Surely.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to
Doesn't have one.
set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera
Yeah,
does
it doesn't
not
have a timer.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Or is it?
If everything I told you was a lie, how can
What
this
if it's
picture
just
exist?
Hifumi? It looks like he's tackling him, but I think that that's Robo Justice being carried by Hifumi.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are
Ah.
other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? It's him carrying him. Because Hiro is unconscious in that fucking suit, and they're carrying him to the goddamn pool. Wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. The other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yeah,
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
that's what I'm saying.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm. But I
The
know.
strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Right.
That's what happened. You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Ooh, Celeste is trying her
Then
best.
Shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Whoa. Celeste thinks she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible? Here we go. Make your argument. Robo Justice, yes, here's a message. Robo Justice blueprint.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just dragged me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like a bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
But it can't bend at all, can it?
Hey,
It doesn't bend at the waist. Alright, Hina said that you couldn't bend at the waist. Yeah! I just wanted to make sure I had the right
dressed me
thing.
up in that suit after I
Nyom.
dragged me across. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, ridiculous.
I
As you
know.
can see in the picture,
I see
the
right through your
suspect is
lies.
standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
You are wrong. The suit forces you to do that. Because you can't bend it.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Woo!
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Yup.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Ooh, I think she's gonna snap at us. Oh no. Oh, I think she's about to crack.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste?
Oh my god.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Okay.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it.
Everyone's last names.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
I don't think he ever called me Makoto.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I did not know that.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
Yeah.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Yes.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Seems a little upset.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Well, I still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. All right. Let's go. We gotta make her admit. Make your argument. E-handbook. Show us your handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
It's her last name, Yasuhiro?
Might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Walter Hartwell White.
God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
They're gonna pop the
I'm
yellow.
not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
False.
No, it's wrong.
We can look at your e-handbook. Show us the handbook. Show us your name.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday handbook. It has so many more uses than that.
handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Why?
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because
I think she's gonna catch on fire.
until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Climax interference. All right. So. I like the drawing of Fumi. Alright, let's figure out the order of things. So, let's see here. That's not right at all. That's not gonna be... What order is this gonna be in? So they drugged my boy. Yeah? Maybe. We don't have much room to fuck up, do we? Man. Alright. Pick from the top. That's... Oh, that's not it. Alright. So it's 1 a.m. You're not there? That's definitely right, though, because that's his watch. Telling him 6. Kills Taka. Why does she have a knife? Huh? That's not a problem. Don't worry about it, okay? Just don't worry about it. Alright? Buffers. We'll go here. Justice hammers. I hate that first one is wrong. Figures. Probably there. That? That feels about right. Alright. This is the only one that makes sense to me. They load him into the suit. They take a picture. They go and kill Taka. He does. That's Justice Hammer 3? No, that's 4. It literally says it. Bada bing. It's literally right there. Act 4. This is in the morning. She's like, yeah, I got the fucking picture. Here's the picture. Here's the picture. Find him in the library. It's Justice Hammer number 2. Nurse's office. Spins the blood around. Find both bodies at the same time. Yeah. On both bodies. His body and probably hammer gonna go in. So while we're discovering the bodies, he wraps the body in the tarp, pushes it, takes it in there. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm so glad you did that for me. Whack, dead. And that looks there. Let's look it over one more time. Yeah, they're meeting in the room. It reaches one. He comes in, drugged, unconscious. Put him in the suit. Take a photo. Later. Act 3. It's 6. Taka's here. Like, what's going on? Fumi murders him with Justice Hammer 4. Act 4. We finally find Celeste. Shows us the photo. We go to the library. We find Justice Hammer 2. Okay. That's what makes sense to me. Act 5. We bring him back to the nurse's office, but he splatters himself in blood. Just body's discovered. But while they're out in the bathroom, he goes, wraps the body, pushes it into the art room, and they're like, "Yay, we did it!" Murders him. It's done.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Skip the dialogue.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Right. One. That's a hero comes in.
They convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro.
Exactly.
The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Uh-huh.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking them.
Right.
While the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Uh-huh. But it
When
wasn't
they were
enough.
done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Dead.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
You know, I gotta say, it's
The
pretty
reason
smart
Hammer
plan.
number 4 was used was to create
Wasn't
confusion
smart
about
enough.
the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect.
Mm-mm-mm.
The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
It's
well,
all
did
making sense,
we
isn't it?
left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
I used to think this case was cheeks when I first went through, but after this, it's actually decent.
This was exactly what Hifumi was
It's-
hoping for.
It's not as good as the last one, but it's pretty fun.
He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene. in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
Right.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
We didn't even check if the man was
We
alive.
left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Haha. And he's so happy about it too.
Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Dead.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celestial Ludenberg, or should I call you Celeste Yasuhiro?
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost?
Oh, she's mad.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Ooh, she does not take kindly to losing.
Did you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh!
Keiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Ooh, her voice is very different.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Damn. Hey. $97 medals for us, for friends.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
She sounds so different.
Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
Because my
What's
favorite
it gonna
character.
be?
He killed the simp. Well, she's about to meet him in hell. I'm afraid. Oh, here we go. Ooh, that's rough, Celeste. How is she gonna get murdered? It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or, more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
You really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? Can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use... you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to hex my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. Everyone's still left. I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it's the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
You used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what?
What?
Are you okay
It was
with
Taka.
this?
He stole it. What?
So
And I have
then-
proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. How did he do it? You're supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
What? And he took pictures. Said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. You fiend, you devil. About to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
most
Wait, please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka's planning us to use her, to escape. He's made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka's going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear!
I have to save her!
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? Just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Ifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. That strange costume Hifumi's creation.
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. It's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
Oh, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. So glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
When you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how'd you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you actually let him live?
Are you okay with
That's
it?
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. Really believed that? Well, of course. Well, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
We had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there had been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How could human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for the money?
Hmm.
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. That's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began here, my only thought has been escape. But, how long have you been saying how much you have to accept living here?
You little bitch.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little
I wanted to
bitch.
get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there's no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
isn't it
To
wonderful?
live in a European castle. Castle? To gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Really? Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
fortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Oh, you asked me to feel guilty? It's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing for sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. Plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. Not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. That's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me whoever you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette. Just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked like to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That statement itself had been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile, what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, let's get rolling. The black can disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Damn.
Which is why, actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Damn. She's about to die. Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh man. How was she gonna die? Oh my? Guillotine. It goes, it goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, is she gonna get The burning of the Versailles witch. Damn, burned alive, huh? Oh, man. That's not a good way to go, is it? That's a terrible way to go. Holy shit. It's very dramatic, though. Damn. He's maintaining the smile. Oh, on God. Being burned alive sounds very not good. That's true. That's contender for the worst death so far because, you know, man, Mondo got it easy because he would have been knocked out from G-forces in his death pretty fast. But, we would have been conscious for the real brutal parts, but, burning alive, oh God. I think that's the worst. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. For him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of the regrets from the outside world. The more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. Here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here.
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is. That reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I am so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, I see you got some kind of key type object from Celeste.
Hey, hey.
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? Ooh, oh man, oh geez. Oh man, oh geez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya.
See you later. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but... that key that Celeste gave you.
so...
Most likely. Key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's the easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well, then we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm gonna go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? Still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well,
No, fuck him. I hate him. It's up to you now.
Yo.
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? Safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved, like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. Doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So, now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't know? It just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Look what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. You do that.
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? Too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Is it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me, too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. See... Oh? Incoming? What I heard from Kyoko then was... Frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I'd told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she's told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. When it did, I went into action.
Correct.
Boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. In the storage closet there, way in the back, said it was away in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but would Kyoko really be right about this? Are we on the second floor? We are. It's a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about could it really be hidden in here? It was way in the back of the storage closet. I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. Suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. The fuck is she doing in the boys' bathroom? She's a freak. Same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? Turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. Way in the back of that closet, the secret room. This is the secret room. What's in here? A bunch of files and what looked like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Post Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. Before I had a chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and I turned my attention to it. What's this? Must not leave. That's kind of weird. I don't understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. Strange sensation. Like deja vu. Words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. I know. What don't I know? I... Wrestler Man? Strange sound rang through my head. Felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. Then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. That I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ugh. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much, at least. On. Just a normal desk with normal drawers. Tissues? An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? On. It's all gone. Yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? Well, my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, go back to my room. Get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. Ugh. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. Couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. After that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. Sound. Coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? Can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? It didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. Sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Sakura? Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. What the fuck? Forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Sakura? Deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? And could it be Mastermind Spy is... Chapter 3 in Next Generation Legends. Stand tall, galactic hero. 7 remain. Be continued. You receive the Super Robo Justice present. Fuck! What? Oh my... But anyway, I think that's all it for... Oh my god? Danganronpa. On the front. Oh. Oh. Shit, man. Fuck. Sakura's the spy? Oh, man. Oh, man. That's a major league bummer. I'm being honest. Sakura's is the one who's been spying? Oh, man. Fuck. That leaves us at a sadder ending. I was so pleased with myself. I deduced the case immediately, you know? Like, I had it. Dead to rights. I was like, I know Celeste did it. She collaborated with Hifumi, and I'm gonna get her. And I was dead right. But what's going on? Sakura's still goated. I don't care. I mean, I agree. She's goated. But, like, goddamn, right? Like, goddamn. 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 You can never be happy. I know. This was like one of the happier streams because I was like, as sad as I was about Taka, right? And because Hifumi, not a great guy. I don't think he deserved to die. And I liked Celeste a little. Scared me, but I liked her a little bit. Bone Daddy's turning into a pick-me girl. Yeah, he is. But, man, as bummed as I was about Taka, right? He still wasn't one of my favorites. Neither was Hifumi and not Celeste. So their deaths, while unfortunate and sad, and I was upset about Taka. I was like, oh, Taka. I wasn't as heartbroken as, say, Chihiro or Mondo, Sayaka, or Leon. Even though I had talked to Leon way less than those. But, I like Sakura. No, she's the spy. Man, she's conspiring against us. She's gonna... Man... She has insurmountable sauce. That's true. Oh, man. That's a big cliffhanger, isn't it, though? We'll have to see what comes of that next stream, though. Which will be on Saturday, because today's Wednesday. Also, as I'm sure you've all noticed, I've changed my schedule where I do 3 streams a week instead of 1. I would like to, 1, get your input on that, as if I should continue, or if I should just keep doing 2. I get a feeling you're going to be like, no, I'll keep doing 3, because more content is more content, right? It also means we'll get through faster. Celeste is more likable at the end, though, even though she literally admits she didn't care about killing. Yeah. I liked Celeste. You know, I kind of liked her. Here's the thing. The only character I just addicted to Saturdays. Saturdays are the best day of the week. Think about it. If you have school or a job, well, most jobs are Monday through Friday. Think 3 is good? Well, I know you do. But Saturdays are great because it's like, in terms of school, because I'm a student. Mondays through Fridays, that's school. It sucks. Friday is a bummer because while it's the weekend, it's still you have to go to school on that day. And Sunday sucks because you're sitting there worrying about, oh God, tomorrow is Monday. But Saturday, none of that worries. It is like school doesn't exist. Or a job. I like 3 because I like watching this, but if you'd rather do 2 a week for your own sake, then I don't care. I'll probably continue doing 3 because it doesn't bother me, and I like playing the game. I just wanted to make sure that like y'all liked the 3 stream a week. Now here's the thing: is probably after I finish Danganronpa, I might move back to a week, but I'm not sure. Because after I finish Danganronpa, I plan to start doing Fallout and San Andreas. And if I keep doing 3 days a week, that means I can fit in another game per week. Because what I've been doing with Danganronpa is I've been doing the same game all 3 days, but probably with from after I finish Danganronpa, I'm probably going to be having certain games designated to a day of the week. So if there's a particular game you like to watch, you will know what day of the week I'm going to be playing. So I'll probably do Fallout like days. I'll pick one day. One day will be Fallout. One day will be San Andreas, and then the third day will be variety, whatever I feel like other doing. So I'll probably have to make an actual schedule for, hey, on Mondays I'm streaming this, Wednesdays I'm streaming this, and on Saturdays it's variety. You could do 3 for long-term games. True. Fallout's a very long game, but here's the thing. Fallout, also, I get the feeling will be much longer than Danganronpa, and I don't want to be streaming Fallout nonstop, because I think I'll get bored of it. Because Danganronpa has really, like, caught me. I don't know if Fallout will have that same effect on me, as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it. So, yeah. Like, if you play the Danganronpa sequels, they're pretty long, so you could bring it back. You go back to 2 after this. Yeah. I think I'll continue doing 3 a week. Now, when school starts up, I'm not going to be able to do 3 a week anymore. It's going to be probably just Saturdays because I'm going to be busy on weekdays. Because I'm going to have school. But because it's summer, I can do 3 streams a week and it's not a problem. So I'll probably continue doing 3 until school starts up. And then I'm going to have to cut down to 1, which is going to be a huge change. So maybe sometime before that, I'll transition to 2 to like ease it in. But for now, even after I finish Danganronpa, I'll continue doing 3. Maybe after I finish San Andreas, I'll transition back to 2. That might be a good way. College boy. So I think the plan is that I'll continue with Danganronpa, doing 3 streams of it, and streaming Danganronpa on all 3 of those days. But once Danganronpa is done, I'm going to do Fallout on 1 day of the week, San Andreas on 1 day of the week, and then the third day, whichever one is open, that's going to be the variety day where I play something else. Probably games that aren't as long term, maybe. Like, I still have to do Doki Doki. After Danganronpa series is done, can we get a season 2 on Sims? Sims is in season 2. I've just only done 1 episode. I need to go back to Sims to figure out how we can find with San Andreas. I mean, what? Okay, let's figure it out right now. What day? Because I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. What days should I stream? Yeah, we have a season 2 on Sims, but there's only 1 episode, I think. So, like, it's not really there. But, I will continue Sims. I absolutely will. I actually, went back and started playing the game again. I started a new save, so I wouldn't use the one you've done 2 episodes? I thought I only did 1. But I'll go back to it. I'm gonna have to rewatch my own videos on it, though. You go back to school late August, so we have still like a month. That's still plenty of streams. Make a streaming because I want to series. I think what I'll do is I'll do San Andreas on Saturdays. I'll do Fallout. I meant to say continue. We doing PC or what? Yeah, here's the deal. I've been doing San Andreas. I haven't done a San Andreas episode in a really long and at this point, I have the game on Steam, and I much prefer streaming on my computer compared to my PlayStation. I really do. Sims, I'm going to have to do on PlayStation because I can't move my save over, and I'm not recreating all the characters. But San Andreas, I am more willing to reboot, so I want to hold a decision now of if I should continue doing San Andreas on my PS4. Because while I prefer PC streams just because I can have chat up on the screen and my name thing there and have all these fancy screens like the stream is concluded thing, those will not be there because I don't have a capture card. I just use the native streaming software that PlayStation comes with. So I don't have all this fanciness. My name tag won't be down there in the bottom. We won't have chat on screen. I love how one of the Sims are called Mario. Yeah. That's his real name. And we don't have all these fancy screens. But San Andreas, I could continue on my PS4, which I really don't mind. I'm willing to do that, and we keep all our progress. But I'm also willing to reboot the series, or restart it, and just do it from the beginning on PC, and have that be the definitive, and the old episodes will just be the legacy edition of Night Boy Chronicles. So I will I will have that as maybe a vote in the Discord. I like the PC fanciness. I do too. And that's the thing is Mario, and Luigi Mario. Yeah. I really like all the things the PC comes with. 1, the audio is better, like first of all. And 2, we get these screens and I get to have chat on screen and all that stuff. So I will probably hold a vote in the Discord because I'm neutral either way because it's been so long since I've revisited the game. And there's large gaps between episodes a lot that there tends to be a thing where when I go back, I have to relearn what I did last time and how to play the game every time I do a new episode. I'd rather not have that. So I think I will hold a Luigi next, please. I'll think about it. I think I'll hold a vote in the Discord. And whichever wins will determine whether I just reboot San Andreas and just do it completely from the beginning on PC. And that also means I can mod it if I want to, because I have that as an option. And then I also, or the other option is I just continue it where we left off on PS4 like usual. That is a vote I will hold in the Discord. He doesn't get the joke. Joke. Am I a fool? Oh god, I feel like an idiot. What joke am I missing? I have to look for it now. Oh no, now I look like a fool. You've made me look like a fool, and now I'm upset. I have to kill you now. I'm going to drive to your home. I have a weapon. I'm meditating. That's not the word. Premeditated. I have a premeditated plan. I'm going to kill you. With a weapon, I have sharp objects in my home. I'm not talking to you. Then you're fine. I take back everything I've said for the past few seconds. But yeah, I'll hold a vote in the Discord about what to do regarding San Andreas. But for now, I'm going to call it a night. After I conclude the stream, I'll put that poll in there. Y'all can just vote. It's just going to be using fucking actions. Turn evolve into boomer. Shut up.